小小白鹅，我要展翅飞，离开妈妈，我要展翅飞，告别小伙伴，我要展翅飞，小白鹅。祝福你，狗狗和猫。 歌唱，我们欢呼，我们歌唱。
All right, everybody, we're back, and we're back again with Mr. Music Professor, Professional Trumpet Player Award winner, and jazz artist, music composer. Welcome back to the show, Mr. Sam Hankins.
Well, thank you. Glad to be back.
That's a pretty long resume, I'll tell you. You know, so tell us a little bit about you know, the Air Force. I see here that you've done a little work with doing some blowing a few horns right there with the United States. Is it the Air Force?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I had the opportunity to, right after college, I had the opportunity to try out for the Air Force Jazz Band. And it was a great opportunity, around great musicians, and it was a tough audition to get in, but
I can imagine.
I made it in, and from there it was just schooling, you know, just being able to travel and play a lot of different places and hop on planes and go here, go there, and so it was a great experience, you know. At that time, I did about 4.5 years, and after that, I decided to go back to school, finish my master's. And after completing my master's, I started teaching at a middle school, and I was there for about maybe 11, 12 years. And I had the opportunity at that time to do international teaching in Bermuda. And
wow, that's very exciting.
Yeah, the consulate came over and asked would I be able to come over and work with the kids and start a new program. I said, man, sure, why not? Bermuda, you know, can't beat that, you know? So I did about 2.5 years there in Bermuda. Then after that, came back to the States, took a teaching job in Salem, Oregon at a high school for about a couple of years. And then me and the wife, you know, we decided to pack up the house because she got a job back here in Chicago. And so that's how I finally made it back here to Chicago, and came back here and just basically started, you know, playing, trying to get my name back out again, because when, you know, once you leave, you know, everybody kind of forget about you, and so it's, you know, got to start all over again. And so, you know, I did that, you know, paid my dues, and when
let me help you hit that pause button right there, because you hit on two very important things. One is being a trumpeter right there in the middle of jazz capital, Chicago. The Windy City is just known for all of those wonderful artists that have come out of there that are, you know, connected to jazz. So what was that like to actually really have made your grounding, your foundation, and all that you did prior to Bermuda, and then you come back and you find that you have to reestablish yourself? What was that like?
Well, it wasn't easy. It was
because there's so much competition out there, isn't there?
Yeah. There's a lot of competition, and the work around Chicago is very scarce, and the people who have the jobs, you know, they want to hang on to the jobs, even though there's always somebody right behind them who can take their job. But you know, it was challenging, but I never gave up. I knew as time goes on, my name will get out there. You know, it start floating around, and it did. You know, it pursued me into other avenues. You know, playing with Aretha Franklin. You know, I got a call to play with her for a while. I was playing with the OJs, and I was playing with the Shy-Lites, and so my name just started floating, and I started getting these calls to play with different people, and a real good friend of mine, who's here in Chicago, that owns his own school. His name is Mike Manson. Phenomenal bass player, smooth jazz artist, and he asked me if I can be on the CD and play horns and stuff like that. So I've been doing that, and I think we just finished up this last CD, so I'm on this second CD playing in the background horn, because I always I play a lot of different genres and different avenues. Playing as a lead player, playing as a section player, sometimes, playing as a soloist. So I wear a lot of different hats when it comes to playing trumpet.
Well, that explains the beauty and the smooth, magical feeling that one gets when listening to your music. And I have to use the word professionalism. So in hearing all of those wonderful artists that you've played along with, you are not short stepping if you're playing with Aretha Franklin and the OJs. Okay, you are not short stopping at all. So that goes to show the that very smooth sound that you have with that horn. It really is. It really shows in your work. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, and like I said, just working with a lot of top artists and especially vocalists, and and then having the opportunity, to work with Al Jarreau, late Al Jarreau. And
oh, you were with Al Jarreau. Tell us about that. That must have been great.
Oh, it was phenomenal. I mean, just his phrasing. I mean, he's not a vocalist. He was as an instrumentalist. He used his voice as an instrument, and his phrasing and it was just incredible. And so I always admired that, and I always try to sound like that. But just playing on the stage and when you have a chance to play a solo with him, going back and forth, man, let me tell you, that's just awesome. So it was a good time. It was a good time, and I learned a lot. I mean, he was just a genius. I mean, the stuff he was doing.
Wow. Well, you know what? You're a spinoff, and that shows. It just shows. I now it all makes sense about who you are and why I just jumped on your music right away, because you have been with the greats, and it comes across. It's the difference between dining in a 5-star restaurant or staying in a 5-star hotel versus a 2-star hotel. Okay, you are definitely a class act, no doubt about it. We're going to take a quick station break, and we're going to just kind of go out of this session with how about Smooth Breeze?
Okay.
Can we do that?
Can we do Nothing Between Us?
Yeah, let's do Nothing Between Us. I knew it. Nothing Between Us.
Okay.
All right. Everybody, you're watching WCOBM live from Las Vegas. I'm your host, Linda Leak, and we're sitting in with the great Mr. Sam Hankins. We'll be right back.